Hey, what's up, guys? It's ATL Rain. Taking a few moments right now to discuss some major changes that took place with the Demon Hunter deck just this week. I know a lot of people are freaking out. Some are happy, some are sad, some don't know what to do, but I'm here to go over those things with you. If you're not doing so already, make sure you come check me out on Twitch. The link is in the description below. It's scrolling across the bottom of the screen right now. We'd love to see you in the channel. We have a lot of fun. We play a lot of Hearthstone. I'm there to answer any questions that I can give you the best advice possible on from what I know. So without further ado, let's get into it. Alright guys, Demon Hunters. Some people love them, some people can't stand them. I fell in love with the deck like I mentioned in the first Tavern Talks. If you haven't done so already, make sure you're checking those out. We're going to cover an array of different topics, stretching from the decks that I'm playing, strategies that I use, as well as just some basic overview of how to play Hearthstone. But I wanted today to talk about some of the changes that I've made in my deck that I would suggest that you also make so that way you can still be successful while playing the game. One of the biggest changes that we came across in this deck was the change of the Priestess of Fury. So this card went from being a 7 mana stone card with 6 attack, 7 health, hitting all random characters for a total of 6 at the end of every turn, down to a 7 mana stone card that's 6/5. It's not a huge difference in the card. It'll take a lesser card to get rid of this now. But you can still play this in your deck and still be successful. So don't be too scared away from that change. That Tempo Demon Hunter deck is still going to be viable. You are still going to run into some times when you're going to play a better deck or a better player. But do not freak out and say that you instantly have to just chuck this card out of your deck, start up, and go from, square one because of this one card. It is still a good card to have. So my recommendation is, if you can't create some of the stuff that I'm going to talk about upcoming, keep it in your deck, play with it, because it's still viable. The other change that we have is that the Crimson Sigil Runner went from a 2/1 card to a 1/1 card. You still get the benefit of when it's an outcast, you're still drawing a card. This is still an opportunity for you to draw cards out of your deck at any given time that you're playing them, as long as it's an outcast card, which means it's going to be on the outsides. So as long as it's one of those things, you can still keep it in your deck and it's still viable. All right, so a card that you can replace the Crimson Runner with is going to be the Blazing Battle Mage. Still, it's a 1 mana stone card. You don't have to worry about playing it as soon as you pull it, kind of like you would with the Runner. Because with the Runner, in order for it to be truly effective, also, you need to keep it on the outsides of your deck, either the far left or the far right, so you can get the bonus and draw the extra card. But this is a good alternative if you want to use it. The reason why I like it is it's cheap and it's pretty powerful. You can keep board control with this card very well just by playing it. So this is definitely one of the cards, if you swap it out, you want to try to get this in your mulligan strategy at the start of the game. Of course, it's RNG, so you're not going to have a ton of choice whether you get it or not. But this is definitely something that if you have in your starting deck to keep in there, in my opinion. But you could also try to swap out some other cards in hopes that you get this card because it is a very good early game card to get early pressure on your opponent. The Warglaves of Azzinoth, this is the biggest, newest card in my deck that I'm playing with now. What this is going to allow me to do, and it's also in other Demon Hunter decks, so it's not earth-shattering, but you can play it and you can attack minions repeatedly for the duration of the weapon. So this 5 mana stone card, it's got 3 attack and 4 durability. So if they have board of a whole bunch of 1/1s and you want to knock them out, yeah, there's some overkill on here, but you're only going to take 1 damage. You would be able to hit 4 of his minions with just 1 play of this card, or you can save it and carry over. A good combo to play with this is definitely going to be the Satyr Overseer, because each time you attack, you're going to shoot out a 2/2. It's a very good way to fill the board up, so be on the lookout for that if you have these cards. Some of the other ones that I've instituted is the Beaming Sidekick. That's nice. You can pony this up with Altruist to give him some extra health. You can pony it up with your Satyr Overseer to give it some extra health. So that way you can continue to attack and continue to pump out 2/2s. Those are just a couple of different options that you can use. The other one that I've put in also is the Guardian Merchant here. We're going to just skip over those first 3 letters and pronunciation. It's the Guardian Merchant. This is going to take a damage on your guy, but it's also going to give it Divine Shield to allow it to take an additional hit. You could use this to protect any one of those guys that I talked about, your Satyr Overseer, your Altruist card. That's a good tactic. Or if you play this card, you can actually hit the opponent's minions and make them lose 1. So if you're playing somebody who has a card that maybe has 1 health left, you can play this and it'll kill it and won't give it Divine Shield. Either way, both of those work. So there it is, guys. A couple of different ways that you can mix up your Demon Hunter deck and still be super competitive on the ladder if you're freaking out about the Priestess. I also changed the Dormant card that I had. You play that guy, sits for 2 turns, then he does 10 damage, and then someone just wipes him out. So I didn't really get the full value out of that card. I was looking to replace it, and I just never did. But I finally got rid of it in my deck. If you have it in yours and you can flip it out, I would definitely do so. The deck that I run right now, it wouldn't be possible without the viewers of my Twitch stream. Chrono26 came into the stream. He's chatted with me a lot about decks, specifically Demon Hunter, and he's the one that helped adjust my deck to get me to be a lot more competitive in my climb to diamond. So there you have it, guys. Those are just a quick hitters for the Demon Hunter deck. Like, comment, subscribe. Tell me in the description below if you see anything in this deck that you would like to see change, or anything in your deck for a Demon Hunter that you're running that you think would be influential as well. Come hang out in the stream. The link is scrolling across the bottom right now. I typically play Hearthstone on Tuesday nights, also on Saturday mornings, but I may mix it in from here and there. I'm always down to play with viewers, so stop by, come say hello, follow the channel, and tell me what you think. What are you running in your deck currently, and why do you like or dislike Demon Hunters? We'll see you on the next one.